And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Fanny Brice as Baby Snooks. Trouble has already developed. Daddy let Snooks out of his sight for a few minutes, and she disappeared. After hours of frantic telephoning, he's finally discovered her in a police station. And she claims she doesn't know who she is. Listen.
Yes, sir, we got a kid here all right, but she don't know her name.
Well, I'm sure it's my child. The description is perfect. Can I see her?
Well, the doctor's in with her now. She's an awful holy terror.
Well, that's Snooks, all right. What has she done?
What ain't she done? Grabbed the keys from the jailer and turned all the prisoners loose.
Oh.
And after we give her around 5 pounds of candy, too. She eats like a crocodile.
Don't tell me. Let me see her quick.
Yes. Here's the doc now. You better talk to him.
Oh, hello, Doctor. I'm Mr. Higgins, little girl's father. Is she all right?
Yes, she's fine, Mr. Higgins, but I'm afraid she's suffering from an attack of amnesia.
Oh, she's faking, Doctor. I know she is.
Why do you say that?
Because I know where she got the idea. I read an item to her today about a woman with amnesia.
Mr. Higgins, are you questioning my diagnosis?
Oh, no, Doctor, but
It's a true case of amnesia if I ever saw one, and I've seen plenty. Come in with me.
Oh, Snooks. Snooks!
Hello.
You see, Doctor? She knows me.
Now, don't be too sure. Do you know who this is, little girl?
Uh-huh.
Aha, there, wise guy. What'd I tell you? Now, tell him who I am, Snooks.
Seabiscuit.
Well, Mr. Higgins?
I don't understand it. She must know. It can't be possible.
Oh, yes, it can.
Oh, yes, it can.
The child doesn't even know her own name.
She does, too. It's Snooks.
No, it ain't.
Well, what is it?
Stinky.
Doc, I swear she's putting it on. Isn't there any test you can give her?
If you'll just remain quiet for a few moments, I'll give her a test to determine her retentive powers.
Okay, Doctor.
I'm hungry.
Well, I'll take you home soon, Snooks. Then we can have something
Please.
Oh, excuse me.
Now, be good enough to hand me that telephone.
Certainly. Here, Doctor.
Now, Snooks, you see what I have in my hand?
Uh-huh.
Good. Now, I'm going to call off a list of words, and when I come to the correct name, you stop me.
It's a telephone, Snooks.
Please! Higgins, there will be no prompting.
Oh, excuse me, Doctor.
Ready, Snooks?
Ready, Doc.
Is this a pencil?
No.
Is it a watch?
No.
Is it a telephone?
Please.
Excuse me.
Mr. Higgins, if you persist in interfering, I shall have to leave the room.
It won't happen again, Doc.
Thank you. We'll proceed. Now, Snooks, look at this object again. Is it a steering wheel?
No, it ain't.
You're sure it's none of those things I mentioned?
I'm sure.
Fine. Can you name it?
Uh-huh.
Thank heaven.
What is it?
It's a diaper.
Oh, what's the matter with you? It's a telephone.
Are you sure, Mr.
Why,
Higgins?
of course I'm sure. It is a telephone, isn't it?
Is there any doubt in your mind?
I don't know. I'm not sure. What's going on here?
The man's crazy, Doctor.
Snooks, this object is a telephone. It happens to be a telephone extension. Have you any idea what an extension is used for?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So Mommy can listen in on Daddy.
Aha! You see, she does know who she is. She just gave herself away.
Mr. Higgins, you're making it very difficult for me to conduct this examination. The child has shown no signs of returning to a normal state. The fact that she mentioned a mummy and Daddy proves absolutely nothing.
So there, wise guy.
She's just faking this so she won't have to go to school.
Mr. Higgins, you're only aggravating the condition. I know how to discover whether or not she's malingering if you'll only let me.
Yeah.
Oh, forgive me, Doctor. I'm terribly upset.
Very well. We'll continue with the telephone experiment. Now, Snooks, I want you to call a number on this telephone.
Which number?
I want you to try and remember this number. Oxford 5580.
Oxford 5580. That's an easy number, Snooks. Just think.
Mr. Higgins!
Oh.
Can you remember it, Snooks?
No.
Well, now, here's a very simple way to do it. Oxford, think of an ox or a cow. 5, think of your 5 fingers. Another 5, think of your toes. 8, think of all the candy you just ate. And O, think of something round, like donuts. Got it?
Got it.
Now, here's the phone. Call the number.
Hope she gets it right.
How? Give me cow foot. Fingers, toes, candy, nuts.
No. Snooks. It's oxtail. 5, 8.
You see, Mr. Higgins, you even forgot it yourself.
Well, that's because I'm so excited. What is the broken down number?
It's Oxford 5. Oxford 8. Wait a minute. I have it written down here. Oxford 5580. I'll call it.
I don't get the point of all this.
You will in a minute. Hello? Get me Oxford 5580. Now, take the phone, Snooks.
Why?
A woman will answer it, and I want you to ask her for a lady's red hat with a mouse-colored feather on the bottom. Try and retain that.
All right. Hello?
Fine amnesia test.
Hello? I want a lady mouse bottom with a feather hat.
Not a lady mouse. A mouse-colored feather.
I want a colored mouse with a feather on the bottom.
No!
Will you please let her work it out for herself? Go on, Snooks.
Hello? I want a lady's hat with a mouse with a red...
Snooks!
All right, hang up. Mr. Higgins, the child is positively suffering from amnesia.
Look, Doctor, will you let me try something?
Go ahead, try anything you like, but I'm convinced.
Okay. Now, Snooks, will you try to remember who you are if I buy you a pair of skates?
No.
A new bicycle?
No. But I might try if you buy me a pony.
All right, I'll buy you a pony.
A brown pony?
Yes, a brown pony.
I don't like brown ponies.
Well, I'll buy any kind of pony you like if you remember who you are. Now, try hard.
I'm trying.
Is it coming?
It's no use, Daddy. I don't know who I am.
Oh, I see. But you just called me Daddy, didn't you?
Did I?
You certainly did. Now tell the doctor you were faking. Go on.
I want to go home, Daddy.
Well, does that convince you, Doctor?
Well, she seems like she's coming out of it now. Do you feel better, Snooks?
No, I got a headache.
Well, when you get her home, Mr. Higgins, bathe her head in salt water.
Bathe her head in salt water. Oh, what for?
It'll toughen the skin a little and make her insensitive to pain.
I better sit in it, too.
I'll say you'd better. Come on. We'll talk this over.
But I insist, Mr. Higgins, the child definitely had an attack. I can tell you how to avoid a recurrence, too.
Never mind. I know how to fix this so she'll never forget.
How?
My Snooksy, I'm going to give you something that you'll remember as long as you live.
What is it, Daddy?
Just this.